Fusion Mobile, quality e-learning experience on the go.
Good day and welcome to Fusion Mobile e-learning center. My name is Fayomi Kende and this is English language. On our previous class, we discussed grammatical structure, under which we have the lexical part of speech. We are still there, and today we are going to be treating tenses. Tenses implies the use of a verb, phrasal verb, or verb phrase to show the time of an action or to show the state expressed by such a verb or phrasal verb or verb phrase. Tense also implies using a verb or verb phrase to show continuance of action or the completion of the action expressed by such verb or verb phrase. In this section, we shall not treat all the tenses in English grammar, but the ones that give students headache most of the time. Particularly, we are going to be discussing the following tense forms. The present perfect tense, the present perfect continuous tense, the past perfect continuous tense, the past perfect tense and the past perfect continuous, then the future tense. First, let us take a look at the present perfect tense. On the board, we have a formula written in this form: n/p plus av/as and plus pp, where n stands for noun, p stands for pronoun, pp stands for present perfect. Note that, as earlier stated, the following sentences state or tell of actions that have been completed or that have just been completed. The students have finished the examination. The students have finished the examination. My father has bought a brand new Jeep. The teacher has punished the errand prefect. The mechanic has repaired the damaged truck. We have completed the assignment. They have damaged the clock. Now let us pick one of the examples and use the formula on the board to examine it. We have completed the assignment. We is a pronoun plus have, and then the present perfect tense, that is represented with pp here, and then the complement of the sentence. Note that the noun or pronouns which are in plural form go with the plural verb, like we have it in we have completed the assignment. It is different from the teacher has punished the student. The teacher there is a singular noun and therefore has a singular verb as well. We have the present perfect continuous. Present perfect continuous. This one also has a formula of its own for easy references and easy solving of any question as such as this that we come across, and also to know how to make use of the present perfect continuous tense in our sentences. We have the formula as n/p plus as plus have/as plus been, or in the continuous form ing plus period of time. This tense tells or expresses an action begun in the past but which is still going on. Present perfect continuous tense uses the formula that is on the board here. Now let us examine this sentence. Uju has been crying since yesterday. Uju, noun, has been crying since yesterday, period of time. Note that the meaning of the above sentence is that as at the time of speaking, the action is still taking place and had started a day before it was reported. Let us examine more examples. He has been playing since morning. He has been playing since morning. The house has been burning since midnight. Ogbonna has been running for a long time. The noun plus the has plus the been and then the period of time. Let us take note of that. And the last example says, churches have been preaching for time immemorial. Note that in sentences indicating present perfect continuous tenses, the use of adverbials of time, since, for 10 days, for a long time, etc. is not compulsory. Let us take a few more examples where the time is not stated. He has been searching for his keys everywhere. He has been searching for his keys everywhere. We have been speaking to them on discipline. She has been polishing her shoes. Prices have been skyrocketing. If we note that in this set of examples, the period of time is not stated, which means that it is not always necessary to add the period of time when using a present perfect continuous tense. Now let us move on to the next one, which is the past perfect tense. The past perfect tense reports two events or actions which happened in the past, in which one happened before the other. Examples are, he had escaped by the time the police arrived. We had opened the parcel when he said we should not. They had left long before the school dismissed. The rule above does not always hold because it is not possible not to state one of the past events. In this case, we can add the word been between the auxiliary verb and the lexical verb, or between the auxiliary verb and the adverb preceding the lexical verb. For example, I had been criticized several times. I had been criticized several times. We add been in between the auxiliary verb and the lexical verb in the sentence. She had been severely bullied by the senior student. She had been severely bullied by the senior student. Here we have the been in between the auxiliary verb and the adverb that precedes the main verb, that is the lexical verb in the sentence. The next one we are going to be looking at is the past perfect continuous. The past perfect continuous tense expresses an action which began in the past, but for some reason it is no longer taking place. Examine these sentences. She had been sleeping before her baby screamed. The engine had been steaming before I switched it off. We had been playing until it began to rain. The past perfect continuous tense is marked by had plus been. That is, had plus been, or in its ing form, that is in its continuous form, plus time indicator. Let us look again at the previous examples. We said we had been playing until it began to rain. We had been playing until it began to rain. That is the time indicator. Until it began to rain is the time indicator in the sentence. The next example or the next tense that we are going to be treating is the future perfect tense. The future perfect tense. The future perfect tense expresses two actions in the future, one of which will precede the other. Examples are: I shall have done the assignment by the time the teacher asked for it. The robber will have disappeared by the time the police arrive. Paul will have married her before her parents know. The soldier will have absconded when the whistle sounds. The soldier will have absconded when the whistle sounds. The pattern or formula of this is as follows, where the noun or pronoun plus will or shall have plus the time marker. That is, by the time when, etc. When we make use of this formula, when we know how to use them or we master them perfectly, then we shouldn't have any problem in dealing with the future perfect tense. The same thing goes for the previous tenses that we've discussed: the present perfect tense, the present perfect continuous tense, the past perfect tense, past perfect continuous, and the future tense. Having come to the end of this section, a few questions are going to pop up on the screen for you to examine. I advise that you attempt these questions and try as much as possible to get as many of them correctly. If you have any issue in answering these questions, please rewind the video and review it once again.